elbow, forearm, he's going to be down.
The result of the play is a touchdown.
And the flag that was thrown on this was picked up.
I don't know, did it get the face mask?
Only do that if you're telling the official you're reporting.
The Lions hangover.
Hey guys, how's it going? It is Brad. You are listening to another exciting edition of the Lions Hangover podcast. Don't forget, you can find me on all social medias, X, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, damn it, I did that wrong. X, Instagram, and Facebook. That's what it is. Dealing with a little bit of morning voice, a little bit of a cold too. Please don't forget you can please rate and subscribe to the show if you like what you're hearing. We're going to do something different today. I'm going to call a buddy of mine. His name is Joe. He doesn't know I'm going to call him, so we are just going to find out what happens. These conversations are usually short, so who knows how long this episode will be, but he is an opinionated person, and he's my buddy, and I love him. So let's give him a call. Oh, man. Dying here. It's just that time for sickness, I guess.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
What up, Brad?
Hey, I just wanted to talk some Lions with you. You got a second?
Is that voice going to get any better?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm waking up and I'm fighting a cold. So.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, what do you think? Ben Johnson's gone. You happy or sad?
I'm glad he's gone.
He's
a traitor. Traitor.
All right.
And I hope the Lions destroy him 2 times.
Do you think he lost on purpose?
I think so.
I don't think so. He loves it here, man. He loves Dan Campbell.
Well, listen. This is what I'm about to say. If he had waited, he wouldn't have had time to get his guys together. Now, he's got the whole playoff to get his guys together. Got 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
If they had went to Super Bowl, he wouldn't have had those 2. They wouldn't have had 3. What's that, 3 weeks? He's got almost a month.
Yeah.
To get his guys together.
I don't think there should be any interviewing while the season's going on. There should just be
No, they need to change it.
Yeah, there should be like how they do free agents. There should be a set time. That way everybody has a fair chance to get the coaching job they want. But yeah, that's what I think. Well, who do you think is going to take over for him?
For who, Ben?
Yeah, for Ben Johnson. You know, they've talked about Scotty Montgomery, Mark Brunell, and Hank Fraley.
I want Mark Brunell to get that job.
Not Hank Fraley, the big guy?
No. Then Teddy Bridgewater could take his job.
Okay. You know, that's probably a realistic choice. I didn't think about Teddy Bridgewater, but that's a realistic choice.
He would be a good quarterbacks coach.
Yeah. All right, now Aaron Glenn's gone. How do you feel about that?
Oh, he can go. Defense sucked. Brad,
but
listen. You people keep talking about injuries. If back when Baltimore was good, if they had injuries, they had another guy on the bench that was just as good.
Yeah.
When Ray Lewis was there, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. But would you say you're more happy for Aaron Glenn than Ben Johnson? Or are you upset at them both?
They both suck.
I know. Are you only saying this because we lost our last game? We went 15-2.
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm telling you, they didn't put their full effort into the game prep.
Yeah.
So they were worried about who they were going to hire and all that type of shit.
All right.
They knew they had those jobs before that game. I know they did.
All right. And then who do you think should take his spot? Kelvin Shepherd or
no, Robert Saleh?
If you were Kelvin Shepherd, though, wouldn't you think you'd feel passed up?
No, Robert Saleh's from Detroit. Pick him.
Yeah, but he's interviewing for the Raiders.
He's not going to get it.
Okay.
He's not going to get it.
All right. Are you still selling all of your season tickets?
I think I am. I'm still mad. It's going to take a long time for me not to get mad.
Yeah, after the Super Bowl, I would think anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. I know you're busy. Would you trade 2 first-round picks and Hendon Hooker for Maxx Crosby?
I would trade more than that for Maxx Crosby.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
See, I would give up a first and maybe one of those compensatory thirds. I would happily give up Hendon Hooker. He's the bridge quarterback.
But listen,
yeah, I'm listening.
Maxx Crosby is good on that weak-ass team, right?
Yeah.
Imagine how good it'd be if he was on the other side of Aiden.
Right. With McNeil back. Now, what do you think about DJ Reader? I don't really like DJ Reader.
He's out of here.
I mean, they
He
got him
should be out of here.
They got him under contract one more time.
Yeah, but I hate him too.
All right. It's not that I hate him. I just think he's underperformed. That's all.
He's underperformed a lot.
All right.
He sucks.
How are you doing? You having a good day?
Yeah, I'm working.
Okay.
Working a little bit today.
All right. Well, I'll let you go then.
Oh, you don't want to talk about nothing else? I got something I want to ask you.
Oh yeah. What do you need to ask?
I need you to teach me how to fly a drone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy, man.
How is it easy?
It's just like playing a video game almost.
I don't play video games.
Yeah, you'll be fine. What did you already buy one?
No, I haven't bought one yet. Somebody's in there.
Oh, okay.
I haven't bought one yet.
All right.
Too large.
Which one are you looking at? Do you know anything?
I don't know anything. It's for inspecting houses. So that's what I want to do.
Okay. What, as like a side hustle or?
Yes.
You change your careers?
After I retire, hustle too.
Oh my God, you're retiring soon. We're getting old, Joe.
Yeah.
I would recommend anything by DJI. That's the brand.
That's what the class.
Yeah.
The school that I'm taking the class course from said.
Yeah, flying it is easy. They make it really easy. The only thing you'd have to get.
Okay, do they have good cameras on there?
Oh, amazing!
On the one you talking about?
Amazing cameras. Yeah, look, cinematic, man. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But you'd have to get Part 107 certified. So,
I know.
All right, that would be the.
I know that costs $175.
Yeah, and that's like half of the stuff that pilots know too. So.
And is it a test?
Yeah, it's a test. You got to take the test. So, I'm under the assumption it's easy if you just study for it, and it's like.
What do you mean you're on the Zoom? I thought you had it.
No, I've never been Part 107 certified, so I just.
So you were flying that drone all around Detroit, not certified.
You're allowed to do it. I mean, there's basic rules that you need to know, but you're allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do it over live events or anything like that. But I think there's like an
why
hour.
do I need it then?
You need it to make money. I was just a hobbyist. I never took money.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Yep. So.
Okay, so you recommend
DJI.
Spend like $300 or $400 or $500 or more.
Oh, I think it's going to be about $1,500.
I'm out. $1,500.
I think they have a small one. Maybe I haven't looked in a while. I just sold mine.
But I'm never going over 40 feet because houses are not 40 feet high.
Okay, they've got some small ones. That's probably like $700.
Yeah, that's more what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, they do have mini drones. I know that with cameras on it.
Oh,
so
you said DJI is the one I need.
Yeah, that's a brand I would trust. So you don't think my voice is sexy?
No.
Oh, well, that hurts.
But it looked like somebody took some sandpaper and sanded your vocal cords.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a fever going on right now. I'm kind of sweating. So
you probably caught some from one of your passengers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about that job.
Yeah, you would think I would have an amazing immune system because of that.
Right,
yeah,
because of that.
I think one got me. So.
Yep, one got you.
All right.
So I'm going on some kind of internet or something with those answers or something.
Yeah. Is it okay if I put our conversation on my show?
I don't care. I don't care.
All right. I was going to text
when
you.
When you going to show this show?
Oh, no, this is just audio. So I'll have it up either today or tomorrow. So.
Okay. I want to hear it.
All right. I'm going to include this part now, too. So, because you made me laugh.
No, don't include the drone part.
All right. I'll take it out.
Because I'll seem like a dummy.
No, that part's funny. So, all right. You got anything else?
All right. No, that's
I was going to
That's
text
it.
you later. That way I already had the conversation recorded. And then,
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Joe.
All right, Brad.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bro.
There you have it, everybody. My buddy Joe, he's a funny dude. Very opinionated, like I said. Very, very funny. I've known Joe, for 1998, coming up on 30 years almost. So that's probably why he's getting retired, and I probably should almost retire, but I had a career change. Yeah, so and I talked him into getting season tickets. I don't know if I talked him into it. I feel like I influenced him, though. He sits near me. Great dude. One of my best buddies. He always calls me on my birthday, too. So overall, good dude. I value his opinions. Doesn't mean he's right, but he probably says what we're all thinking on the inside. Definitely some hot takes there. I wouldn't call Ben Johnson a bum. I wouldn't call Aaron Glen a bum. If I don't agree that there should be an interviewing period during the season, I think it should be like 2 days after the Super Bowl. That's when the interview, like for a month or whatever, that's when the interviewing process starts, and then you kick in with free agency, then you kick in with the draft and all that stuff. I think there should be a set time. I know Bill Belichick has come out and said that he doesn't think interviews should take place during the season. I do not believe that Ben Johnson tanked the game or that he was distracted. However, you can eliminate all doubt by having a set time for everybody to interview. And I know years past, it's like, well, the guys that are playing in the Super Bowl, coaching in the Super Bowl, don't have a fair shot to get some of these jobs. And it's like, I agree, but it's just that's why you should have a set time frame, like just after the Super Bowl to just before free agency. That's your window to get coaches going. I don't know how logistic it is. I know there's lots, Ben Johnson's working right now in Chicago. He was just hired. It's not like he's waiting a certain amount. He's interviewing his coaches and stuff, but there just has to be a better way to do this, just to eliminate all doubt and all of that. It just sucks that Ben Johnson went to an in-division rival. It sucks that we will now have to play against him 2 times a year. It's my personal belief that he will be fired within 2 to 3 years, not because he sucks. I think he could be fantastic. I'm not a big fan of Ryan Poles, the GM in Chicago. I think he will end up getting fired, and then the new GM will want to replace Ben Johnson with his own coach. Same thing with Caleb Williams. He's going to be shipped off as well, just because that's the way it seems to go in Chicago. Now, if anybody can stop this pattern, it will be Ben Johnson. Same thing with Aaron Glen. He's got a tough challenge. That team has some talent. Sauce Gardner's there. Aaron Rodgers is currently there. It's like, how is Aaron Glen going to deal with Aaron Rodgers? Is Aaron Rodgers going to want to stay? Aaron Rodgers has a huge ego. Are you going to be able to rein him in and see your message? So I don't know. I just feel like the best thing to do is to move on from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers needs to take a look at himself, and he's achieved a lot, but probably not as much as he statistically, you would think he would have. But either way, Aaron Glen is going to have to rein him in and figure out what they're going to do. Both of these guys, the Jets, they've had a long time of misfortune, not as long as the Lions, but a long time of misfortune. Same with the Bears. They haven't been good since Lovie Smith, Both of these guys could be looking for jobs in 2 to 3 years, and then you think about would the Lions take them back, like a Matt Patricia did for the Patriots. You bring them in as like an offensive assistant somewhere, like you just squeeze him in, you make a spot, and then when that offensive coordinator is gone, well then, hey, we still have Ben Johnson. Congratulations, you're the next offensive coordinator again, or you're the next defensive coordinator again, Aaron Glen. As a person, I wish both of these guys luck. I think they can both do it. Part of me is like, well, it'd really be cool to see a Jets-Bears Super Bowl, like our two guys. You can't deny what Ben Johnson has done. I just know there's lots of hate for him because of the way this went down. It's like the day after the loss, he's getting hired by the Bears. And then you think about, he obviously knew he was going to Chicago, but just to me, he loves Dan Campbell. He loves this place. There's no way he's tanking a game just so he can get out of there. Like, that's not right. I don't think Ben Johnson's that guy. Otherwise, he would have taken the Washington job. The rumor is that he wanted the Chicago job all along, and if it was available last year, he would have been gone. I don't know why he would want the Chicago job, unless he's just in love with Caleb Williams, because it just doesn't make sense to me. It is like the least appealing job as far as I'm concerned. He's going to have to rebrand, basically, the Chicago Bears. They have a lot of guys under contract, and I'm guessing about 40% of them don't belong, And same thing with the Jets. Aaron Glenn probably has to bring in at least 40% new people, which they will. You see it here. When Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes came in, what happened? People didn't get re-signed. People were let go. Like, you start filtering in your guys. This is going to happen. There's going to be some big names that come out of Chicago. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe they cut or released this person or traded this person. Just because you're good on the field doesn't mean you're good in the locker room. And obviously it takes a certain amount of cohesiveness in the locker room to be even more successful on the field. You got to be that well-oiled machine, and every single gear does its part. And, on paper, the Bears, they're not that far away. They probably just need an offensive line. But realistically, like, there's going to be some people, that are going to get some looks from other teams like, wow, I can't believe this person was let go. Trust me, it's going to happen. It happens every year, every time new coaches come in. As far as Maxx Crosby goes, that was something my dad proposed, and he just introduced that to me unprovoked. I thought it was intriguing. I was anti-Maxx Crosby early in the year, but I will say, hindsight, looking at it now, why not take a shot? Like, Max wants to be here. He wants to be here. If he's a free agent, I think he would just sign here. But if it's a situation where you have to trade for Maxx Crosby, I truly believe he's worth a first-round pick, a third-round pick, a fifth-round pick, Hendon Hooker. I feel like that to me is worth Maxx Crosby. I don't know if I would give up multiple first-round picks, I'm not a believer in that. I think you save something like that for a player that's going to instantly win you a Super Bowl, like Matthew Stafford. The Rams knew they were a quarterback away, and it worked out. So would I trade multiple first-round picks for a guy that's going to put us in the Super Bowl? Sure. I don't know if Maxx Crosby's that guy. However, I do know that our defense would be insane from one end to the other on that defensive line. That would be insane. I don't see them making a move with DJ Reader. I think he sticks around another year, especially if we have somebody on that end like a Maxx Crosby, and on the other end, Aiden Hutchinson, and in the middle, Aleem McNeil. I think DJ Reader would be just fine, but he's not sexy. He's not a player that's going to make a difference, but he would be the weak link on a very powerful defensive front, So, I don't, which might make him better too, because you got three other guys that are getting all of this attention. I think the Lions probably need one more defensive tackle, definitely the defensive edge, preferably Maxx Crosby. And I'm only saying Maxx Crosby because you know what you're getting. This is a finished product. You know what you're getting. He's still young. He's only a couple years older than Aiden Hutchinson. He's still young. He's from the area. He would love it here. I do agree with Joe I would want Robert Saleh here. I think it would be a good fit if he gels with Dan Campbell. Again, Dan Campbell's a big culture guy. I don't know much as far as the personality of Robert Saleh goes. I do know I feel like he got burned in New York because of Aaron Rodgers. I still think he's a great coach. He was a fantastic coordinator in San Francisco. But I also feel like they are a promote from within type team. I would have been a Terrell Williams guy, but he's going off to be the defensive coordinator for the Patriots in New England. As far as the offense goes, I would be all for Mark Brunell becoming the offensive coordinator. And hopefully the Lions will hear something in the next day or two, because you cannot give Ben Johnson or Aaron Glen an opportunity to poach some of your coaching staff. So I feel like if you have a hunch that these guys are ready for that next step to be a coordinator, you have to pull this trigger pretty fast, because Ben Johnson, Aaron Glen, they're looking for guys. I like Hank Fraley, offensive lineman coach. He interviewed for the coordinator job for Seattle. Is he really a coordinator type guy? And I don't want to discredit any big guy that played, not having the brains or anything like that. Can he design plays, And this is something we have to accept, is we're not going to be as flashy. Ben Johnson was probably a generational coordinator. We're not going to be as flashy. Like, we'll have a trick play here or there. But as far as that stuff goes, nobody's did it better than Ben Johnson. But I can tell you, there's 4 traditional-esque offensive coordinators still playing right now, and Ben Johnson is not. So just because we're losing Ben Johnson doesn't mean our offense is going to be worse. Doesn't mean our offense isn't going to be efficient. We're only mad at Ben Johnson because we know what we had. The problem is we could actually be better because he's leaving. There are certain things like Jameson Williams throwing a pass on 3rd and long or 3rd and short instead of running it. There were bonehead plays by Ben Johnson because he tried to out Ben Johnson himself. Like, you can't deny that, but it was also very fun. You have to take it for what it is, good and bad. Those are the plays that we had, and it was fun. And, the Lions winning is fun, and we're still going to win. We're going to look different. We're going to have a different type of offense. I think Mark Brunell staying increases the chance of Jared Goff not having a drop-off season. That's just my opinion. I don't know much about Scotty Montgomery other than he's the running backs coach. I'm not against giving him a shot. I trust Dan Campbell to pick the right guys, though. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. So I know it's frustrating right now. These are fresh wounds still, but you just have to believe things are going to get better. So I'm going to go take some aspirin or Advil. I'm going to get out of here. So you guys have a good rest of your day. I didn't expect I would be back so soon, but I knew Joe would give me some good content. And then I also wanted to talk about Ben Johnson and Aaron Glen. Also, my last episode was the most popular episode I've had so far, so I figured, strike while the iron is hot. So yeah, please rate, subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's listening. I appreciate the growth. I am on Amazon Music now. I'm trying to get on iHeart. I thought I was on iHeart, but apparently I'm not. But I will be soon. I promise. Not that you guys care. You're already listening to it wherever you listen to your podcasts. Spotify or Apple Podcasts, of course. All right. I got to rest these pipes. I got like an opera concert I have to perform in later. That's just a joke, obviously. All right. You guys have a good day.